Absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Amy Cofield, ladies and gentlemen. That was Quando Men Vo from La Bohème by Puccini, of course. And you can see Amy later in our season doing another Puccini opera about cowboys, right? The Girl of the Golden West, that is going to be at the Cheyenne Saloon, right? Down the street, right here in downtown Orlando. We're going to hear more about that a little bit later. It's now my honor to introduce our mayor, buddy Dyer, who's going to come up here and say a few words. Mayor Dyer.
Thank you, Gabe. Okay, I can't remember the last time we had opera in the Rotunda in City Hall. That was fantastic, Amy. Always good to have good opera right before a big hurricane rolls in. So, I think most of you know I'm a big sports guy, but I have to say that arts is truly the soul of our city. And arts help us create a unique city and a unique bond with our citizens, and we're very fortunate to have so many world-class arts groups in Orlando. We're very fortunate to have one of the best performing arts centers, if not in the country, probably the entire world. And I'm thrilled to join Opera Orlando's board, staff, and incredible performers to announce the 2019-2020 season. And I was just looking at all of the performances that are depicted there, and that's about as wide a variety and span as I could possibly imagine. I grew up in Kissimmee, so I probably want to hear somebody singing about cowgirls. That works for me. Orlando Opera is certainly leading the way with our groups. I know that Gabe is going to announce this fantastic season and a pioneer and a revolutionary platform in online education and an initiative designed to expand English language proficiency through the arts. So that's also unique and something that's very special about this organization. So we're grateful for all of the efforts of Opera Orlando. Gabe, tune us in.
Thank you so much, Mayor Dyer. We appreciate your endorsement and the support of the City of Orlando, not just this season, but in seasons past. Well, Opera Orlando has just completed our third season. We're moving into our fourth full season. And I tell you, it's been a short amount of time that we've been around as Opera Orlando. We used to be Florida Opera Theater. And during that 3-year period, we have grown from a $200,000 annual budget to over $1 million in just 3 seasons. So many thanks to your support, the community support. And we ended last year with a substantial surplus, so we're excited to invest in some new productions this year and continue to expand our repertoire. Just 3 years ago, we were only doing 2 productions per year, and now we're doing 7 productions per year. So we're very excited about that as well. Now, you guys might have all seen these nifty brochures. If you don't have one, Grant, who is our creative director, and yes, he is my brother, by the way, we share the same last name, he's going to pass these out. Raise your hand if you don't have one. You got to get one. You got to get one. We call these our hymnals, and we're going to go through this real quick. So on page 3 of your hymnal, right, we have our Opera on the Main Stage series with season tickets are still on sale. We've already sold more season tickets than we've sold for any season thus far. We're very excited about that. And that takes place right across the street, as Mayor Buddy Dyer mentioned, at the Dr. Phillips Center, the Jim and Alexis Pugh Theater. So on our Main Stage series, if you turn the page, we have The Marriage of Figaro, Downton Abbey style, November 1st through the 5th. We have a stellar cast, including Italian conductor Nicola Giusti coming in, Metropolitan Opera soprano Brittany Renee Robinson, who's currently doing Porgy and Bess up at the Met right now, coming down to be our Countess, and some guy that looks a lot like me singing Figaro. I don't know who that is. Second part of our Main Stage series, I don't know what this card is. Make a donation. We'll talk about that later. Is All Is Calm, which is based on the Christmas Truce of World War I, a very special piece. This will be the Florida premiere of this work. Just had a tour in New York, was critically acclaimed by the New York Times. What's fascinating is it'll be set up in the round. We're going to flatten the floor over there at the Pugh Theater so the audience will feel like they're in the trenches with the soldiers as they sing the songs that were sung that fateful night and read letters from actual soldiers about the event. It's a very powerful piece. Hope to join us for that. Daughter of the Regiment ends our main stage series with Camille Ortiz playing the title role of Marie, and Metropolitan Opera competition winner just last year, Carlos Enrique Santelli, who actually grew up here in Orlando, went to Freedom High School. This will be his homecoming. We're excited to welcome him back. We've got a great cast, lots of high C's, lots of vocal fireworks in that one. So that's our main stage series, but you'll notice the past couple seasons we've introduced our On the Town series, popping up at other venues around Orlando. We are returning to Casa Feliz to do a special encore presentation of 6 of 8, which is about the 6 wives of Henry VIII, and that will include appetizers, desserts, even wine at Casa Feliz. So invite your friends, more of a date night special event. That's coming up in September, you know, assuming we all survive this big Bertha on its way, right? And then we have a touring production of Amal and the Night Visitors, which I lovingly call the Amal Crawl. We go from Tarpon Springs Performing Arts Center to Claremont Performing Arts Center to St. John Lutheran Church right here in Orlando, and then to the Atlantic Center of Arts in New Smyrna Beach. So all around Central Florida, trying to grow our audience base and share a little Christmas magic with the community. Those will have free performances for kids, I should mention, right? Great one to bring the kiddos to, or grandkids. And then, the one we've all been waiting for, The Girl of the Golden West by Puccini, an opera about cowboys. Who knew Puccini wrote an opera about cowboys, right? He wrote Madame Butterfly set in Japan. He wrote Turandot set in China, La Bohème set in France. He also wrote an opera about the Great American West, The Girl of the Golden West. And we will be singing it in English with specialty cocktails, appetizers, desserts. We start off in the Cheyenne Saloon, then we cross the street to Ceviche Ballroom, which is upstairs. If you've never been up there, very cool venue. And then we head back, and we happen to have our lead tenor and lead soprano. Go ahead and stand up. We have Ben Goley, who will be singing Dick Johnson in Girl of the Golden West, and our Girl of the Golden West, Amy Cofield, who will be singing Minnie. And we'll hear from Ben in just a second. And then we also have a premiere workshop of The Death of Ivan Ilyich, based on the Tolstoy novel. We're excited to present that. And finally, we have our youth company production. We're very proud of our youth company. 30 singers that are auditioned every year, and they meet twice a week, and then they put on their own production. This year, they'll be doing The Very Last Green Thing. It's about a class in the future. They go on a field trip, and they find a time capsule. It has a plant in it. And they have no idea what it is. So they're scrolling on their Google devices, you know, trying to figure out what this is. So it's a piece about environmentalism, conservationism, and we'll be presenting it in partnership with Lou Gardens and presenting it at Lake Eola Amphitheater in downtown Orlando. Very excited about that. So to showcase our youth company, we wanted to invite one of our members to come up and sing Caro Mio Ben. This is Jana Bailey. Come on up, Jana.
Oh
Thank you so much. We are so proud of our youth company. As you can see, they are our future and just a lovely group of kids. We're excited to launch a new educational initiative this year, which will be online singing lessons. And they're in conjunction with online English lessons and online ballet lessons. So our friends at the Interactive Academy are back there. Ricardo Canchola, our partner in getting us that technology. It's kind of like Skype on steroids, where we can have up to 500 kids in a classroom, pull them up at any time to have them interact in live time with the teacher. That way we can reach kids in maybe the rural areas of Florida or other countries who want to learn the basics of singing, learning songs like Caro Mio Ben and some English songs, which will help reinforce the English language. So it's a very exciting education initiative that we are now launching. We also have our Studio Artist program, which you might have seen here on, let's see, what page of our hymnal are we on now? Page 15 of your hymnals, we have more information about our Studio Artist program. They go out into the high schools, into the retirement communities and do performances, and there's more information about our Opera Orlando Youth Company. The last page is probably the most important page. How can you be in part? How can you be involved to help support your opera company, whether volunteering, becoming an ambassador? How many ambassadors do we have out there today? I see you with your name tags. Thank you for your support. I think we'll have to make Mayor Buddy Dyer an honorary ambassador after today. Several ways that you can be supportive, and then don't forget to cut out the calendar and put it on your refrigerator. Right, Ben? There you go. Well, I want to open up this time. If anyone has any questions for me or for Ricardo from the Interactive Academy about our upcoming season, now is the time. I know I talked a lot. All right, they're speechless, John. They're absolutely speechless. I should recognize our distinguished board president, John Weddick. Thank you for being here, John. I said distinguished. That's all right. I'll call you lovely next time. I'm very sorry, very sorry. Well, if you don't have any questions to wrap things up, we do have one special treat for you. We decided we have a tenor in the audience. Might as well make him sing, right? Make him work for his Four Rivers lunch. So ladies and gentlemen, Ben Goley, who will actually be singing this Sunday, if we can avoid the hurricane, he'll be singing this Sunday at our Opera on Park concert. But for now, what are you going to sing for us, Ben? Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Take it away.